think we're live.
Awesome.
Let me just double check to make sure we're live. Check. Yep, we're here. Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to another episode or another live stream of 100 Days of Gatsby Solve stream. My name is Obinna, as always. I work at Gatsby. And today I'm going to be joined by my friend Segun. Segun, do you want to tell us about yourself? Like introduce yourself to us.
Oh, awesome. Hi, everyone. Really excited to be here today. My name is Segun Adebayo. You can call me Sage because that's like easier to pronounce. I'm the creator of Chakra UI. I work as an engineering manager at my current company, TradeLink, which is based in Dubai, UAE.
Wow, bro, that's nice. So can you tell us a little about Chakra UI? Because it's part of the things we're going to be exploring today.
Yeah, for sure. Chakra UI is I always describe it as a real component library that makes it like super easy to build like any website or application with speed. So typically, Chakra UI gives you all the building blocks that you need to sort of like bootstrap any application pretty fast.
Wow, this is awesome. I can see a lot of building blocks here. I mean, I've tried to look at some myself. Like I can tell it's a really brilliant product.
Yeah,
And
I think so. Thank you.
yeah, yeah. So first of all, I just want to take us back to the challenge of like the week or the last 3 weeks. So usually we have a list of like stuff that senior dev tells us to do, and we just try to build it out. Mostly it's like there's a story about how like the beginning story is how like you're a new dev on a project, and
Hmm.
they've told you to add, do a proof of concept, and then we did that in the last stream, and then in this stream we're going to just try and add like some stuff to it. We have to keep this to an hour because like we after this I have another talk on accessibility and I hope you all will join me there. So yeah, so the details is we need to use Chakra UI component library as the basis for this site design, which is why we have Sage, the Sage of Chakra here. And
Yeah, for
then and then we need to add a contact page to the proof of concept we did 3 weeks ago in using Formium, and
sure.
then
Okay.
deploy and then use some Gatsby plugins like image, add some PWA capabilities to our site, and let's have fun. Let's get started.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get started.
Okay, so the first thing I would want to do is I want to take out this um API key from here, because like last time I left it here because like it's a read only. So the thing that happens with
Okay.
live stream when you're now I
Yeah,
can't
you should.
spell anymore.
You try to trust the audience and then they mess it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, so now we're just going to like do this thing. So I don't know if you all have heard of environment variables, but like it just helps you to like hide off the what's it called, the important stuff from, like, for example, as I'm streaming now and I don't want people to be able to just go hack into my stuff. So you're going to like have a you're just going to like it uses a um node format of like saving your file so that you can have like a process.environment dot like node variables, so you can have like the development variables and then your other stuff. So what this does is it's just going to like help us hide these API keys, right?
Hmm.
So I'm going to take this away so that I may put it in another place, because I'm going to add more stuff, and I don't want people like taking all the stuff taking all the stuff away.
Okay.
Yeah, Segun, could you like while we're doing this, could you just tell me um how you like came about like making something as awesome as Chakra UI?
Yeah, it's always a long story, but I'm gonna try to keep that short for the sake of this talk here. So initially, I used to work as a UI designer. I'd say like 5 years ago, thereabout. And during the time I worked as a UI designer, I sort of noticed it was kind of like a struggle to get like front end engineers to sort of like write code that matches the design, right? So it's like, hey, that button is not aligned or it's not center aligned. Like, I mean, dude, can't you see like the margin is not enough? And it's like it gets a little clunky. And at some point, you push the front end engineer to the point where they say, "Hey, the framework we are using does not allow this kind of thing you are telling us to do." And it starts to feel like it starts to feel like an excuse to the designer because they put in a lot of energy, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to create the design, and it does not come out the way they want it to be. It just doesn't come out right, right? So I saw this as a challenge, and at some point, I think at the time I was working with two of my friends, and they used to use Bootstrap UI or like Material UI and stuff like that at the time, and it felt like it was a little bit like painful to like change the styles. And then they had to like do lots of CSS magic and so many important all over the place, like just to make like everything aligned. Right. So I thought that, I mean, maybe there could be a better way to solve this. Right. So taking my design experience, I was able to like sit down, look at existing solutions like Styled System, Theme UI, Tailwind CSS, and all of these existing solutions and just come up with something a bit more unique. That's how Chakra UI came to be.
Well, I know the struggle of working with designers. So you know how you've told the story from a designer's perspective of, oh, my code is not matching your design. The developer's perspective will be, why are you giving me this hard thing to make, man? Yeah. So
Yeah.
so so Chakra like helps everybody speak the same language essentially while keeping stuff accessible, right?
Yes,
So
exactly. And
yeah.
so it also gives the developer a bit more joy and a bit more flexibility. So, hey, as a designer, you can do any magic or gymnastics you like to do with your design. But that also makes the developer feel confident because they have the right tools.
Oh, that's super awesome. So so the first thing I'm going to do is, so basically while Shegu was telling us about things, all I did was I just exchanged the actual values here for a development variable, and then let's just see how far we can go in 1 hour. Right.
Okay.
So the first task I want to like get to is adding a contact page using adding a contact form, adding a contact page, like adding a form to a contact page, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to be using this tool called Formium, I think. And then, but ultimately we're going to want to add it to the Gatsby. So I'm using Yarn as my package manager. So let me just bump this up a bit so it's visible. Is that okay? I'm
Yep.
guessing it's okay. So big. So yeah, I'm going to add this to I'm going to add that to my project, and note that like I switched the branch to like performance. Like I just wanted us to have like a new branch to work on, not just add all everything to the master. So while that is adding, we can just look at the setup and stuff.
Okay.
So um looking through this, I can see that okay, we need to okay look. So this we need to add like a dot environment. Oh, this is good. It's fast. So we need to add all of this. Like we need to get all of the keys and add that to our projects to be able to like connect the form to our projects. And then um yeah, we need to add this to Gatsby. So since I knew that like first of all like we're going to log in, so let me just open this in a new tab. But while that is going on, I'm just going to look through this, and I see here that we want to add ultimately what this does, this piece of code here, is that it just connects the Gatsby site to this service using the plugin. So I'm just going to copy this because Why did I like type everything from scratch? I'm just going to put that in there. We don't have this. Oh, we have this because we just added it like here. So we have this installed, but we don't have any of these keys that we defined. So what I'm going to do is, because I already know what these keys, like the names of these keys are, I'm just going to copy this and go back here. So this is like, I'm going to leave these visible for you because I mean after this stream I'm going to delete them anyways. so but then I'm just trying to like show how like um good coding convention is, like try to mask the keys that you're using. So now let's go into Formium and see how we can get this information out. So I want to sign up with GitHub. I think I already have an account. So let me just create a new form so that everything is good. I'll just call it contact form. Does Chakra have like a way of like of styling forms?
Yeah, Chakra has like a couple of like form elements that just like comes pre-styled out of the box. So there's like input, select, radio, checkbox, and like pretty common form elements.
Oh, awesome. So in this our form, what we want to add. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Um, what kind of information would you like want in a contact form?
Yeah, pretty much like the first name. I'm not sure the last name is like super important. So my first name, email, and maybe like some text area if you want them to
Oh,
like type some stuff in there, I guess.
okay. So let me just get the email. And with Formium, there's you can add some logic like I can see here, and then you can also make like some options to see if, oh, this is required. So I mean,
Oh,
you want people to contact you, like you want their email to be required, right? We can also say something like company name just so we know where they are from. Um, we can also just add a field, like something like say talk to me. This will be the funniest form ever. But also the only thing we very added here is their email, and we just want to make the talk to me required too. So so
do you
this
want to
one,
make it talk to me like a long answer, or is it just a short answer as
oh
well?
yeah, it should be a long answer.
Okay.
It should be a long answer because we want people to type pour their
Yeah.
hearts out. so So this is the contact form. We have all the fields that we require. You can also like see some other things here, like you can add like some options, a checkbox. All of these options also exist. So I'm going to
Mm,
just publish this version conflicts. We need to put back in sync. I do not know what that is.
yes.
But yeah, let me see if this is even published. Oh, okay, cool. So this is a preview of like what the form looks like in preview mode. So it allows you to preview your form and see if it's let me see if we can make it look if it even works. So my first name is, so I recently found out that my first name is actually what I thought was my middle name. Oh, like
Really?
I'm
How
telling
do you
you,
how do you pronounce that?
oh, Oseloka.
Oscillocar, interesting.
Yeah. So 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 I've answered Obinna my whole life, but somehow that's actually my middle name. They say, haha to me. So let's submit this, and you see that it returns a JSON file, right? Just to see how this works, and then we can reset the form and have that just come back here. So let's close this. This is all set up. Um, if we go to overview, yeah, this is where we see all the stuff that we're supposed to use, right? Like I said, I'm not supposed to be showing this, but because of like the high value, um what's going on is that we are trying to solve the second part of the second challenge of 100 days of Gatsby, and we're going to attempt to do this in 1 hour because I have it talking in 1 hour, and then we want to make this stream as quick as possible. And we have Segun from Chakra UI here to show us how
Yeah.
is the
Oh,
sage of Chakra UI to come and show us how to add some styling to the form that we are creating.
cool.
Hi. So yeah, so I'm just going to try and pay attention to the chat while I do this thing. So from the documentation, you always have to pull up documentation, because to be honest, what are we without documentation? You know, you can see that we need the Gatsby the Gatsby Formium project ID, and I will get that from here, the project ID. I'm going to copy that, go back to this super secret place that nobody's supposed to see, but it's showing to anybody that's watching right now. But then, like I said, it's going to be deleted. I know I do have an extension to cloak
Yeah.
these kind of things, but nah, still fun in that. You have to live life on the edge. Video quality is too low. Text on browser is pixelated. Oh, maybe I don't know. I bumped this up so it's visible. Maybe
Yeah.
you might check me. Is this okay?
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
This is all up in my face now. But if it's still pixelated, maybe check the your internet. But yes, it's pretty. If is it pixelated for everyone? Please let me know. So yeah, I'm going to get the form token, and the only way to do that, you need to like generate that. So you can only do that once. Going to generate a new token for that token name stuff, code name stuff, and I'm just going to copy that, and that's it. No more secret sharing. For we are done with this. I'm just going to close this. So yeah, everything here is automatically connected to our Gatsby sites, right? Because we've added this, we've added the plugin, we've added the source plugin and everything. So now that we've connected that, let's give it a place to live. Yes?
Yeah, for sure. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
let's give it a place to live. So I want this to be in, let me just close all of this. I want this to be in the pages, and let me see. I want it to be in the pages. I'm just going to call it contacts.js. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to import React. So you see this thing I say when you start live coding, you forget how to spell because it's scary. Look at what I'm doing. Okay. So the next, so I'm trying to just pay attention to the chat here. Tell me if the video quality is still low, if it's high, if it's better. Please let me know. So the next thing we want to do is we want to just we want to get a, what's it called, a contact, like a component in here, right? So I'm going to be using, so because the name of the company that we have is Audio Core. I'm just going to do this audio call form, and then I'm gonna have me return. I know I have a layout component, so if you follow the last, oh, where are my components here? Oh, okay. So before we continue, let me just put like a div here.
Yeah.
Let me just put a div here. So before we go any further, I want to, should we make a layout component just to have like some navigation? Will that take time? We're already, oh my goodness, we're already like almost 30 minutes in and we haven't really done the fun stuff.
Yeah, no
Uh,
problem. I think, Chakra
okay,
UI.
so let's just we can get like a layout from Chakra.
I might be able to help us build one quickly, I guess.
That's the fun stuff. The
Yeah.
fun stuff that it does. Okay, so where do I go? I will go to documentation, and then before we even start using Chakra in anything, let's install it in our project, right?
Yes, for sure.
But you want to get like the plugin into. So that's one of like the things I love about Gatsby is like the anything you're looking for, like there's most likely a plugin to help you do that. I'm trying to find where the I think this should do it,
Yeah.
right? Is there like a Gatsby plug? There is a Gatsby plugin for Chakra. I know
Yeah,
I've
you
seen
have that open on the Gatsby page. I think you just open that.
this
Yeah,
one.
that's it. So at Chakra UI/Gatsby plugin. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, wow. Copy. No. Yes. Okay. So, because I'm using Yarn,
So you want to add that and also the dependencies of Chakra UI
yeah.
as well.
So maybe I'll just get it from here,
Yeah,
right?
that's it.
Maybe I'll just get like all of this from here.
Yeah, that's okay.
Is this okay?
Yep.
This should work. This should
Yeah,
work.
you have to include the
Oh.
Gatsby plugin as well.
Oh no, I have to. Brad, did you see that tweet about how like you navigate through VS Code with not VS Code command line? This is everything we need, right?
Yeah, that's all.
This is all okay. Let's go installing. While it installs, what are we looking for? What are we trying to add?
Yeah, so what you want to do is to add the Gatsby config, right? So just like when you just need to go to the Gatsby config and just like configure Chakra UI. So let's go again to the documentation so it's clear what we
Yep.
need. Yeah. So if you go to the Gatsby documentation on Gatsby site,
Okay.
you see and scroll down here.
No, this is Chakra UI
Yeah, so
documentation.
click the link that says a Chakra UI Gatsby plugin
This
there.
one.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah,
this
that's
is
it.
what, this is what we want to add.
Yeah, that's what you
Let
want to
me
add.
let me just see if this has options. Okay, yes, it does have options.
Yeah, most of the
So
time you really don't need to like add all of these
add all
options
these
because
options. What?
if you want to so control the granularity of Chakra UI. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if we add just this, we're good.
Yeah, if you add just that, we're pretty good. Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm just going to take this and go over to here and just add that. Oh, my bad. Oh no. All right. Still waiting on feedback for this video quality, but I think this is good now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else do we want to do?
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much all you need to do to set up.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So how do we add a layout? Because I was trying to add like a layout for the form, but should I?
Yeah,
Uh,
let's just try out a simple layout. So you can create a dummy layout.
should I finish? Let me, because there's still like more documentation for the form here.
Yeah,
Should I
let's
just
go ahead. Yeah,
look at
let's get
what's going on here?
get
Okay,
this.
so this is showing us how to query the form information we haven't gotten here. Showing us how to render the form information. Uses something here and submit data. Okay. Okay, before we start styling the form, let me see if there's something else we need to do. Create a GraphQL. Okay. Okay. So let me just get like this. Let me just get like this bits in, right? Let me just get this. I'm just going to take this from here and add that to our code because we're going to need it. We we need GraphQL to actually get the data, but I won't copy the query because we need to see how the query actually gets formed. And then um, let me see. What is this? Um, yeah. So this returns. Oh, they have a component for it. So this returns this. Okay. But it also has its own config. So I'm just going to take this. I'm going to take this. I'm going to add that to here. I'm going to add that inside the div that we're going to change for a Chakra UI layout. And I'm going to do something. Okay. So what else? What else? There's one more config file that I'm missing. Yeah, this. So this says that we need to create like this file in order to be able to create a client for this form. So we're just going to we're just going to create like this a sure I'm just going to take this. I'm opening a under here we're opening inside that we want to add a um .js, I think. Yep. And we just want to put that in there just to be able to get the so it uses the project ID to be able to create like a client for this, which I think is going to be usable here, and we want to export this so that we don't forget. I know how many times you'll be wondering what is wrong with the code. Then it be that you created something that you didn't export. So, hmm, okay. So before we go further, let me just run this just to be sure. Yeah,
Okay.
good. Okay. I promised that the last time I did a stream, I promised I was going to have elevator music. Just when this thing is running. Ah, what is failing? Okay, there are no queries. There are no queries. Okay. Oh, this is even a contentful problem. Let me see. Um, okay, I'm going to run a Gatsby clean because I think when you switch the because I switched the where it's sourcing the like I had to clear the cache. So you see now it works. I
Um,
think it does not work. No query field location on type. If you don't, why?
um, are you querying for location? It seems like you maybe there's some GraphQL
Yeah,
that's querying location.
yes, here. Supposed to work. Don't know why it doesn't. Um, in index.js. Okay, let me see. Mm. It's supposed to work because if I go to contentful, it's there. Sorry, I'm not now I'm taking us back to the last stream. My bad. Oh wow, what's happened? Okay, where's my workspace? uh, mm-hmm. Hmm. Oh wait, I think there's a problem with that one. Okay, this should work. I think. We're 30 minutes in. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Did it work? It's like, did I pass the test? Did I fail the test? Oh no. Oh, okay. At least this is not a location problem anymore. It's just okay. This is the Formium stuff. Because we don't have a query. Hello? Oh, I can't hear you, man. You're mute. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, okay, cool, cool. Yeah, we don't have a query, so we can't really do much.
Okay.
Wait, let me just get that query from let me just get the query from here. I mean, if you're on the last stream, you would like see how we conjured these queries, but then I will show it again. But I'm trying to just set it up so that we can do the most we can in 1 hour. So, and we can also have, so we need to replace this with our forms log. And if we go to the information that we got from having this form, you might see a yes forms log. That's it. So we copy this. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, this is another thing I'm missing. Need to.
Do you want to replace line 12 as well with the form slug, maybe?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks, man. So, I love pairing with people because you are my eyes. Yeah. So let me try running this again to see if we have a form. Hopefully, we do have a form. No more red lines, please. For some reason, Contentful switched the space ID, so I had to go like create that again. But
Oh, I
this is
see.
fine.
Formium is not defined. I guess it's on here.
From where? From
Line
where?
12. So Formium dot submit form. So where is Formium coming from?
Okay. Let me see. I think what okay, yes. So we defined a client for this. We
Yeah,
defined the client window for it, but I never imported it into the form. My bad.
that's true.
Yeah. So automatic rebuilds. Let's see. Let's see. If we go to I don't think we need this anymore. If we go to localhost 8000, haha. But then the problem now is let's go to slash let's just go to slash contacts. See how like not styled at all this is.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's coming from Chakra UI because we try to sort of reset the browser styles, and
Yeah.
then you can start to import Chakra UI components like input, like button and stuff like that, and it's gonna look good.
Okay. Okay. Let's do that. So I'm going to open the documentation now. Are you sure I don't need to add any of these CSS?
Config and stuff. No, you don't need to.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's the first thing we do?
Yeah,
Teachable.
so let's just style it. Let's just style the form a bit. So how does Formium allow us style the form elements?
Yeah, so Formium does this funny thing where because I was trying to find documentation on it, but it does this funny thing where it passes a lot of like props around, right? So it allows you to like view the the form, but then it passes a bunch of like you have to pass like a bunch of props around. So I'm going to try to see, okay, so for example, in this place, like what do we need to style a form basically?
Yeah,
Then
so,
I'll
so if you scroll down, you can see this section for forms. So this form right here, like we have the input, you have the select, you have the text area. So like these are all the elements we need here.
okay. Okay.
So if you
So
click the input, for example, that's like the component we need. So all you need to do is import input and just like render that, and that's it.
okay. So I need an input. Do I need like any other thing? Do I need like a
Uh,
header?
yeah, because of the form, because the form is pretty simple. I think we just need like the input and the text area at most.
Okay, so I'm going to copy this.
Yes.
I'm going to copy this and I'm going to import this here.
Yes. So,
Um,
so the next thing we need to figure out now is like how do we replace the components that Formium renders on the screen?
okay. So let me just I'm just going to get this as text inputs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to create like a like a function here, right?
Okay.
I'm going to create a function and I'm going to call it text area. Yeah. So I'll call it text inputs. Right.
Okay.
And then because it's just going to be I'm just going to return. I'm going to return. Is there what does this do? Is there like a way to like do I just import this input field? Do I need to like do any other thing? Does it work way better with other things? I should just use only this one.
Yeah, so like this, because this input is just like the input field alone, I'm guessing you might want to add like a label on top of that. So to be able to add a label, just click the form control documentation. And then you scroll down there, you see like, hey, this is how to set up a pretty. So just
Mm.
scroll down a little bit more. Yeah, so that first example there, the very first
Oh,
example, if you scroll up a bit,
this
just
one?
scroll up a little bit
This one?
more. Yeah, this one right here. So this is how you just set up like a an input component with a label and some help text. So you can just copy that and use that.
Okay, okay. So let me so that means that I need to import all of this, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay, so
exactly.
let me copy this. Man, copy and paste is like, what do you do for a living? I copy and paste. So I'm going to take this, import this, remove this from here, just add that here, and we can just get all this from one place. Would this work? Why does it doesn't highlight?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
but
not using the other component. That's why.
yeah, I haven't used it yet. So what I really want to do is I want to, because if I understand what this form control is, it's supposed to help you, like, let me see. So can you explain what form control does, please?
Yeah, so by default you can, I mean, if we were not using like a label on top of our input, you just want to render the input component alone, it's fine. But again, just for accessibility sake, you want to add a label there. I mean, so even if you don't want to show like a label, you can hide the label, but it's just always good to have a label
Yeah, for
associated connected to an input. So form control just helps you like make sure everything works correctly and is accessible without you doing anything else. So it's gonna like wire up the input on the label and sort of take care of all of these HTML4 attributes connecting to the ID of the input and all these minor details you don't want to think about.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another like another function. I call it form control, right? And then I'm just going to return, like, then I'm going to use the chakra, the things coming from chakra. There was this thing I saw here when I was reading documentation about stack. what does this a stack do?
So stack is literally just to apply spacing between elements. That's all it does.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
wanted to apply consistent spacing between any element,
Yeah,
it's gonna be useful when we want to stack up all the forms, all the form elements together with the submit button. So that's gonna be the last step, I think.
that should be the last step.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to get the form control here, and then I'm going to put the form label. Uh, so I'm guessing this is just like if you were writing the this thing that, like, if you're just going to create a form, this would just be like the form, the label, then you now get an input inside, right?
Yeah, ideally form control is just a div with some
What, do-
extra logic in it. It's
what does
just kind of like group instead of group start automatic. It just groups all of these items together so they can be styled correctly.
yeah, what does this form helper text do?
From a past text is used to if you want to add some hint, like some extra hint to that input. I mean, typically like enter only 5 characters and stuff like that. Like you can use the helper text.
Okay. So so this form control, what does it ideally, like, what kind of props does it take? Like
Yeah, so it
like what
depends on
kind of
what you want to do. If you permit me to guide you through this, I
yeah,
think
yeah.
I can help a lot. So if you go to the form control docs, so just like scroll down
Mhm.
a bit, you
Mhm.
see form control. Yes, I think you went too fast. Just scroll up.
Yeah,
Form
fam.
control. That's it. And you scroll down a bit to the first example. This is checkbox.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so the first example there shows like a simple setup for a text input. So you can just copy. You can literally copy that example there.
This
Uh,
one?
you can
So
literally just copy that.
yeah, so because this takes this the information coming from this form API is going. I have to pass it as like props into the into the what's it called,
Field. Yeah,
into
for sure.
the field. So if I copy, I mean, I can just copy this. Yeah, yeah, sure.
I think I can guide through this. I mean, I
Okay.
might be able to have a. I
Should I
should have a
copy?
good guess how Formium works. Yeah, copy that.
Okay, and we go to here. So we
Yeah.
place all of this.
Yeah, so the thing is, I'm not exactly sure if we need this form control function here. So ideally, I would go to the text input in line 28 and just paste the code in there.
So take this away.
Yeah, let's just comment this out or take this away. It's fine.
Okay.
Yes. And
Put
then we
this.
can just like paste all that code there. Yes. All right. So if I think we want to do a few things. So like the way Formium works, I'm assuming it's gonna pass in some label, it's gonna pass in some hint or help text, and it's also gonna pass in a couple of props that we need to forward to the input. Right. So let's. I'm not sure how the API for that works. If you have some idea, maybe that can help.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm just going to pass it, like, I'm going to pass the props ID on the form label. Like, I want to, because this is not going to be like an email address. This is going to be a we want to get the label, right?
You want to
The
get
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
It does pass a label in. So I'm just going to take this out, and
Yeah, yeah.
then
Place with some
I'm going to get the
props that low.
hmm okay.
Yes.
And then in the inputs field, we also want to, like,
I want to pass along all the props in here, I assume.
yeah.
Yeah, so a couple of things I would do in this scenario then I'd most likely just destructure ID and label from props and then just forward the rest to the input. So in line 13, maybe just be yeah, just after line 13, just press enter there. And then I can just like destructure out ID and label from props.
No.
Yep, I grab ID label and I grab the rest. So I just like so you can also just like grab the rest from that. So after ID and label, you can just do like triple dots rest, just like to grab the remaining props.
Yeah. I Those, are we supposed to?
Rest.
Uh,
Yeah. So you need to just type rest after the triple dot.
yeah, my bad.
Yeah, sure. So then you can forward the rest to the input, so that we don't have ID and label being passed to the input. So just forward rest there. And then you can change props.id and props.label to just ID and label.
Hey, yeah, 6 for the win.
Awesome.
Okay. This is not. Oh, we'll never share your email. Sure.
Yeah, so like I don't know how Formium exposes like the help text or some hint
Yeah.
text.
So this here would probably be like it will be a description. That's what it will be.
Okay, then let's just destructure our description from there and put
We'll
it there.
also get like the description from here.
Yes.
Uh, bro, if I spell this terribly, it's going to have an error. I'm just gonna get this from here.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome.
So I
So
guess the last bit would be like I'm not sure we want to render a form helper text if description does not exist. So we can just like conditionally render that component.
yeah,
Just
I do think so because of the way we put the form. I think it does exist.
okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay.
So this is the inputs that we want to use from text area, right? So
Yeah,
there's
that
the we also want to have like a some we want to have a button.
yeah for sure. Right? We don't need any wrapper for the button. We can just use the button straight up from Chakra UI.
We can use it in here.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Because this already has like its own like on submit, and then I'm just wondering how I'm trying to look at the charts. Everybody, no questions. Oh my goodness, we're running out of time. Okay. What else? What else do we do? I
Yeah,
want
that's
to
it.
okay. So this the Formium form component accepts a component. It accepts component here, and
Okay.
then we want to add this component that we've used. So this is the only thing we need, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
yeah. At least for the text fields. For the text area, we can just like duplicate this and create one for text area.
Okay. I want to. Oh my bad. Why am I always going for the capital letter? I'm just going to do this and get what's it called. So usually you can write your own. So for example, if you're not using the default styling of the Formium, like you can get your own like your own default components, but then you need to import it from this library too, right? So I'm just going to get this here, so I'll just spread them in here, and then I can get my own what's it called, the one that we use that's visible to our form,
Yeah.
and then I'm just going to pass this in here. Hmm.
I think there's an issue in line 25. There's a space between the triple dots and default
No, my bad.
components.
My bad. So we want what else? What else would we want in a form from Chakra UI?
Yeah, so like I think the next thing we want to do is we need to add like the text area, right? So I'm assuming because we have a long answer in Formium, we might want to just like create a text area component here. So
Okay. So let me
just
just
just create a copy of text input. Just copy paste and just change a few things.
okay. I'm just gonna take this away. Take this here. Um, area. We do not need all of this from text area. I don't think
So
we do just need to like how we. Okay. Okay.
yeah, I assume we need the label. I'm not sure if we need helper text, but we just need to swap input with text area. That's all.
So let me find this here. Where is it?
Text area. That's it, the last one there. Yes. So you
Did I,
just
did
want
I
to import
import
text
it
area.
already?
No,
I
not
did.
yet. You can just import it pretty quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. This is awesome. I haven't written one line of CSS. Going to use this more often. So here we want to replace that with this.
Yeah, and then you want to like spread the rest into that as well.
Okay, something. I think I'm just going to. Why does this? My goodness. Oh no. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so I think the spelling of the text area is wrong. The one I think it is small letter A. Text area should be like small letter.
Here.
It's not the one in line 30. So you want to refer to the text area
Oh,
coming
okay.
from Chakra UI,
Yeah.
which is
My
small
my
letter.
brain always defaults to camel case. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. And then let's
Yeah.
just like spread the rest into that.
All right. Cool. All right. So we want to get this to here and call that. Yep. Is
Okay.
there anything else we need?
I think maybe the last thing would be the button component.
Yeah, yeah. We need to get the button.
Yeah, so what I would do is just create a very simple component again that wraps Chakra UI button. So import the button component from Chakra
Okay. Let me just. I like to check the documentation so that everybody sees that you have to check documentation.
UI.
Unless if you're the creator of the thing. Yeah. So I put that in there, and we want to get another component that wraps that.
Yeah, let's just create one that wraps that. That would be cool.
Okay, so button, just call that submit button. Hmm. Every time I spell something, I look at it like 3 times. I'm like, just to be sure, because I know that my brain shuts down when it's time to spell. So I will.
Yeah, so because this is gonna be using a form, we want to just add type equals submit, just to like get that working correctly. And just for the sake of this demo, you can pass like color scheme equals blue, just to make the button look bluish.
Okay.
Yep, awesome.
Then we want to spread the.
Yeah, just forward all the props in there.
Yeah. Okay. And we want to get this in here.
So I'm just kind of okay. I think
Wow.
there are specific keys that you have to pass in Formium, right?
What?
I think there are specific keys you have to use here, right? You cannot just put any component in this my components object.
On well, so if you define the oh my bad. So in this my component object, like you just need to define. So what we're basically doing is because the way Formium exposes its data to us, like from how we've connected it here, it doesn't exactly allow us to get the information. So what we've just done is that we've just passed props into like the what's it called the Chakra UI components, and then we're just passing it into what forum
Yeah.
from him understands, which is like a single component like object, and then we're just going to get that. So what's is there any other thing?
Yeah.
This
So I'm just curious, like, does Formium just allow us pass any component name? Because I can see, for example, you call it submit button. I mean, how would Formium know that that's the
you have
button
this
it's going
submit
to use?
button. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it overrides like to use the components that we've passed into it. My
Uh,
own my own concern is how do we even know if the buttons have been submitted?
because the button has a type equals submit, I assume it's gonna trigger this on
They
submit
trigger something.
function in
I know
line
that I know
56.
that Formium has a way of checking for success, and should we should we Now we have like 10 minutes. Let's see if all the things that all the fun stuff we've done if it even works. Right?
Let's see. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do this.
I guess we might have some issues with the components, but I think that should be easy to fix.
Mm-hmm. So do we have any questions? Might not be able to get to like the end of everything, but let's see how far we can go. So if I reload this,
Yes. Awesome.
we have a
So
nice form. That's I'm tabbing through the form.
yeah, so we have some issues with the text area. So I'm assuming this has to do with like the naming of the component. So let's go to Formium's documentation real quick.
Yeah.
And then click components on the right, on the left there, React SDK at the bottom.
Where is this? Yeah,
Yep.
components. Yeah.
Click component area there. So we need to, I assume we will need to use a component like text area. So that has to be the key of the component.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. I get what you were asking now.
That's what I was trying to
Yeah,
ask.
yeah.
So if we
So
go back to the code there, yeah, I think we need to change the keys in line 46. So it has to be like line 46, then the key needs to be like text area and the value can still leave the value as that anyway. It's
yeah,
okay.
this is okay like this.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Wait,
So like
let me see. Oh, okay.
yeah, so what I'll do this literally is to leave it as that text area in line 46 will be the key.
Okay.
I'm not sure you can do that because the text area from Chakra is gonna conflict with that.
It's going to conflict with this one.
Except if you want to rename the one from Chakra, that's fine too. So let's go to the one. Or if you scroll up a bit to Chakra, you can
Uh,
see text area in line 11 as Chakra text area, maybe, so that the name does not conflict. Yep. And I take that and just use that, replace line. Please scroll up. Yeah, line 31. Do that.
you want here.
Yes. And I will do the same thing for the button as well.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
this has its own allowed. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna change the button from Chakra. Just use as Chakra button. If you scroll all the way up.
Also, it doesn't conflict.
Yeah, it doesn't conflict with Formium, and our Formium is handling things. And then I'll scroll up and change line 39, Chakra button, and rename Submit button to button.
Oh no.
Capital B there. Yeah, and then I'll change line 47 as well to button. Yeah, I think we should be pretty good here now.
Yeah, I think we should pair program some more. I like how you like just point out the lines and I don't have to start wondering where what are you let me just clean up that and then make sure that we are. So the other parts that we might not look into is like adding PWA functionalities, and because the method of like adding those things, I'll just try to like walk through it real quick because we actually have to like cut the stream short this week. But so while this is going on,
I think it's done.
yeah, let's see. Oh no, did we break it?
No, I don't think so.
And why is it taking so long? This is weird. Taking so long.
Yeah, maybe we just open that in a new tab. Sometimes it can be weird.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
All right, so everything seems to be good except the submit button. So I'm not sure how Formic handles
Maybe
button.
maybe we just add a we added the color scheme to it, right?
Yeah, it
Somehow
should at least
button
look good.
Maybe it's conflicting, but
Yeah,
I
that's
but
mm,
but at least the main point I'm trying to like I just want to make sure we got something across is that we're able to use Chakra without writing any CSS. We've created like a very accessible button, a very accessible form because I'm tabbing through this form and I can also like just go backwards, right? It's
yeah,
tabbable. Even the submit button that is not even highlighting can be gotten to by just tabbing through it. And for me, this is good. But let me because like I actually need to run and
yeah,
we
for
just
sure.
put
It's
it
okay.
short. But the other parts of the thing that we didn't get into is the adding the PWA PWA functionality. And I just want to get into let me just pull this out. So when handling PWAs with Gatsby is pretty straightforward. The way it works is we have two plugins that help you to, and if you don't know what a PWA is, a PWA is like a web app that basically helps you save. The way I like to explain it is like save pages so that if you're ever offline, if you're ever disconnected, you can have those pages still available to your users. And it's particularly advantageous where you have like people like you don't want to send, like for example, if you have 50, I'm just saying, if you have 50 MB on the cloud or like you're serving that to users all the time, you don't want them to have to pull down this heavy files every single time. And it kind of saves the performance of what people need to get into the site, and it uses like service workers to make offline experience very very good. So if the person has gone to the site, if the person has clicked on the pages before, then there's no need to go back there again. Like there's no need to go pull that information back again. So Gatsby uses two plugins to achieve this, which is the Gatsby offline plugin and the manifest plugin. And the offline plugin, I'm just going to try to walk through it because like I said, Gatsby has a lot of plugins that helps you to like just improve the way you like use your site, and the way you handle some of the PWA functionalities. So you can just add in the files, the exact pages that you want to be cached, that you want to cache, like the way we added some plugins in, and then you can just that's basically it. Like you just add this here. So every time but it has to be your site has to be served over HTTPS. So that means you have to deploy it to a service like Netlify and this. Give me 1 second. So yeah, so you have to save it over Netlify for it to work, and then you can also just check the documentation for the Gatsby manifest page. So these two plugins work hand in hand to give you a PWA experience, and um you need to, if you're using this with the Gatsby offline plugin, you need to make sure that this comes before the Gatsby, or is it after? Let me see. Yeah, the manifest has to come before the offline, so that it already makes that available for you before you create the PWA. So I'm really sorry, but I have to cut this short because we had 1 hour to do this. But I'm really thankful, Segun, for joining us. I appreciate it. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
well,
Yeah. Thank you all so much for joining this stream, and I hope to see you around. And please let's use Chakra UI for our projects because it's really awesome.
that'll be cool.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, man.
Thank
Bye
you.
everyone.
Bye.